Yo, what is going on, my Dokkan tubers? itsonlyniles bringing you another max dupe system showcasing, and in today's episode we're going to be showcasing the Intelligence Goku. Let's talk a little bit more about this card. This card is a little bit underlooked at the moment, being the fact that this card does not have Fierce Battle and does share Shattering the Limit with +2 key. Now, where this card really shines is this is more or less like, I would say, an advanced Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Now, when health points are 30% above, his attack goes up by 80% as well as the defense. So unlike Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, you can run this effectively in your first turn rotation slot, depending on what you have, if you are going to get attacked, because you don't have to light off a super attack for this to effectively be into play, unless your health points are 30% and below. Now, where this card lacks Fierce Battle, this card makes up for it with Godly Power. 15% up, so any card in this entire list right here, like the Intelligence Whis, is going to be supplying 15% up. So for this deck in particular, I am going to be bringing in this Intelligence Whis that automatically supplies +2 key attack and defense up by 20% for the respective types. So not only are we getting 15%, but we're getting this really nice buff here as well. And it's going to be noted that this Whis lowers the attack of the enemy as well, which really comes into play. So we do have another support card, being the fact that I do not have the Kid Gohan, which is the 40% support unit, but this card's really good. It's max super attack, +2 key, attack and defense up by 25%, so we are effectively running +2 support cards in this whole deck. So without further ado, let's get into this battle. We are going to be going against Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, where we are going to be having a 50 stamina buff, but we're going to see what type of damage output and where this card shines with the defensive pretty much unit really comes into play. It's more or less a versatile unit. You can't expect this card to hit upwards of 1.5 million and above, but he is fully capable of doing so on a non-50 stamina boss. But if we do land a critical, you can see damage output on bosses like this roughly to be around 700 to near 1 million, depending on what type of units you are running that are supportive. But guys, if you're new to this channel, you like this type of content, you want to see more of this, definitely consider subscribing and smashing that like button. And yeah, we'll go from there, but definitely expect in the next showcase, I'm going to be putting my box on the screen right here. And you're going to be telling me in the comment section below what you guys want to see next. I do have these Super Saiyan Physical Gotenks next ready to go. I'm just waiting on the Physical Orb Day to come about. But if you're hyped about that, let me know. It would mean a lot. And shout out to my notification squad as always. I see you guys, Goten and Trunks, Nappa. I see all of you. So if I missed anybody, don't feel bad. I try to get back to you as soon as possible. But I wanted to thank you. I just recently hit 4,000 subscribers, so I can't be, there's not enough I can say about just thanking you guys so much. It really means a lot. So let's get into this play. We're going to have actually ideal turn rotation. So what I'm going to do is not rely on Gogeta, because Gogeta is super effective against all types. But we are going to be sharing Super Saiyan, and we are going to get the 20% up and the 15% up as well. So let's go ahead and look at Goku's defense overall. You can see he's trumping literally everybody on here. He's got 60,000 defense. So we're going to have Whis come into play with a 20% right here. We're going to have Goku get a super attack off. He does have shocking speed and over in a flash, so it's going to be noted of that. Really versatile unit. You know, not every card is going to be your hardest hitting card, but that doesn't mean it's going to be a bad unit. You need versatile cards like this to come into play to really help you out. So you can see 800,000 is respective for 80% up. 446,000 is really not too bad as well. Now, we can really see where his defense comes into play. Now, we are having Whis, but 43,000 damage. Now, here is the double-digit damage where we did come into play. When super attacks, you are going to get hit. It's going to be roughly, I'd say, you know, like I said, it's 80% above normally what it is. But it's a good unit to use if you are hell-bent on not having a main tank. This can be a versatile unit for you. So just to get me through here in the meantime, I'm actually going to be keeping Gogeta on the first turn rotation slot. I'm going to be trying to get out of this as quickly as possible. And on Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, where I am going to be displaying type advantage, but it's going to be noted that this Ascended Goku is a really good card. Don't sleep on it. It's a really good unit if you are not fortunate enough to pull that Kid Gohan from that gacha pull, which is typically now the 40% for the respective types. I think the strength one actually just came out today. It's Kabe with Hit being the extreme type and Kabe being the super type. So definitely take note of that as well. I think that when that comes around, it will have the potential orbs and the one free Elder Kai as well. So definitely take note of that. But right now, we're getting super tagged left and right from Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So we're getting a little bit of a hard time, if I must say. So we're going to actually keep Goku on the turn rotation. Let's actually keep him in the first spot. I want to keep Whis in the first turn spot. I want to make sure I'm getting the 20% up and the 15% up to say the least. I don't think I'm going to get hit too hard, and I'm going to have Trunks come into play with 15% per intelligence orb absorbed. I might have intentions on actually putting some crits and additionals into the Whis. I do like having him on this deck with Goku. But you can expect if I did have that Gohan, this is probably over 1 million roughly, but we were able to land that crit, get out of this battle. We're going to be now hopping on to where we have type advantage, and this is really where we are going to be displaying the sheer output of Super Saiyan God Goku. And I don't want to have any spoilers for you guys, but Goku might be having a return, and it might not just be the manga. I'm not going to go into further details, but I'm sure you guys can figure that out if you are smart enough to go on YouTube and search about. So this is not going to be a helpless battle. This is not, like I said, not going to have ideal turn rotation. I am putting Goku in the first turn rotation slot, or the second one with Whis. So respectively, I am going to be using health items. But if you guys want to see a healthless, itemless battle, definitely check out my previous video. I do have a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Max dupe system showcasing. So definitely expect that really absurd unit. And I'm going to be later going back on the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta banner just before it does depart. I have roughly around 200 Dragon Stones at the moment that I will be using, and hopefully pull a duplicate of the Intelligence Gogeta as well as the Technique Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So wish me luck, and I wish you guys the best of luck as well. I really have no idea what Dokkan has in store for us next, but I would hope that with Goku that there is a recent Dokkan for the agility and the strength type as well, because they are one of the oldest units to this day that has not had a Dokkan, but still aged well throughout the meta, and you can run it effectively and optimally. So what I'll do is we're going to actually get really nice advantage right here. So not only are we getting 20% up from Whis, we're getting 25% up from Goku. We're getting Super Saiyan and Kamehameha and Godly Power. So thank God I don't have any crits or additionals built on this Whis, because Whis could have taken him out. So we'll see what type of damage output we can do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what type of damage output you think that we are going to be able to get with Goku. I'm going to say roughly, if it's not a crit, with 50 stamina boss, I'm going to say roughly around 400,000. But if this is a crit, and it very well could be, this could be a 800,000 to 1 million crit. Now, when this is not 50 stamina bosses, I'm hitting 1 million left and right, but we were just shy of 1 million right there. It really pains me to see that, but 973,000. To be honest with you, that's really not bad, because even with Gogeta, we're hitting like roughly 1.5 upwards to 2 million on a critical with Gogeta, who is super effective against all types and hits like a train to regardless. So respectively, it's a really good card, and hopefully this gives you a better idea about how diverse and this Super Saiyan God Goku is. So hopefully you are enjoying this and you're learning from this, and let me know your thoughts and comments and concerns in the comment section below. I'm really curious. Who's your favorite Goku? For me in particular, it's the agility one. It's my first single SSR pull I have ever pulled in this game, and it roughly happened about 2 years ago when I was at Comic-Con. I saw the God banner and I was like, I could really use this card. I did a single, I was able to pull him, and from that point on, I fell in love with Super Saiyan God. And yeah, from there on, it became an obsession, because prior to that, Super Saiyan 3 Goku was my favorite form. But then I saw this slimmed out, really bare bones transformation with red hair that reminded me of Bruce Lee, and I was like, you know what? That's pretty gnarly. I like it. It's not super buff, which is the complete bipolar opposite of my previous favorite. I really liked that Toriyama had that design overall. So let me know what your favorite transformation is, whether it is Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4, Ascended, Grade, whatever, or the Goku. Let me know what your favorite transformation is. Hashtag it in the comment section below. Currently, my favorite transformation is the Super Saiyan God Goku, followed by Super Saiyan 3. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm going to go ahead and pop one more Whis. Well, not a Whis. I'm going to have Whis on the first spot, but I'm going to actually pop a health item. I don't want to die, so that's really what I'm doing. So what I'll do is I'll actually have Whis right here, but we might want to have Gogeta, Nah, we don't need Gogeta. We're going to be taking Gogeta off, so don't nail me to the cross and be like, Niles, why aren't you putting Super Saiyan Gogeta in the turn rotation spot? This is not his showcasing. We've done that before. We already know he hits like a truck, so this is mainly to see what he can do. I do suspect that I might get Super Attack in the beginning, and Whis is getting hit a lot in the beginning as well. So, you know, I probably could have ran Goku here, but effectively, we would have not had the most ideal damage output. So that's why I'm doing so. And I do want to keep Whis on the turn rotation slot. I don't want to have to keep mentioning that, but 45,000 damage, really not too bad to say the least. 800,000. Can we get the crit? Oh, there's the crit. 746,100 damage is so ridiculous. Even with 50 stamina bosses, that is ridiculous. Come on, come on. There's no denying that, guys. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous damage output. So it looks like we're going to be able to end it right here. So guys, thanks for tuning in today's channel. Hopefully you are sticking around for later content. Thanks so much for hitting the 4,000 subscriber mark. I really can't thank you enough. It just means so much. We're going to be doing another giveaway later on. So definitely stick around for that. I'm a little bit tired. I worked out at the gym today. I'm a personal trainer on the side as well, besides my main job. So I worked, I worked 2 jobs today. I woke up around 5 o'clock this morning and made this video for you. I will be showcasing another later unit later on this week, and I will be potentially doing another collab. But guys, like I said, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. And until next time, guys, you stay safe. Peace out.